Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Nanatsu no Taizai Imashime no Fukkatsu, or you can call it the 7 Deadly Sins Revival of the Commandments, which is on episode 17. This episode right here looked really simple, nothing really much I could really summarize, but I'll do my best to give certain details here and there, and I'm really looking forward to the next episode and the one after that. It's gonna be very crazy and slick. That's all I can really tell you. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that our contestants have finally comes to the location where they're supposed to start the festival. And we see to it that Millie always tells everyone else, you want to turn back and run, you better do it now, because what we are standing in front of right now is 2 commandments, the 10 commandments of the 2. And we see to it that the person who let out a powerful vine attack to kill all the other contestants in the maze, apparently King recognizes that move and realizes that it's the first fairy king, Gluckshinia, because the way that he has his spirit Barsequel, or the first power to get a spirit weapon from the sacred tree, the first fairy to get so is Gluckshinia. And of course, King tries to ask him some questions like, how are you alive? Should you be dead already? And we had to it that Gluckshinia tells King, if you really want me to answer your question, win the festival. And I'll answer all your questions no matter what. And we see to it that we get some pairings for the first round of the tournament, which involves a pair of 2. And of course, Droll on the other hand, which is 2 Deanne and Matrona shocked to even hear his name. We have to it that let me see here, that he has his ability to choose randomly for everyone else to be a team. And we see to it that that Meliodas and Bond are the duo, while Elizabeth and Elaine are together, while others are with someone else, etc. We have to it that the fight begins. Of course, we see the fight with Elaine and Elizabeth first against 2 assassins against 2 assassins of a certain kingdom that Elizabeth knows. And we see to it that, of course, Elaine does some damage to an older brother because of how she can read his thoughts easily and knows what he's doing. And of course, when it comes to the younger brother, he didn't take damage, but he managed to hit Elizabeth with the venomous snake attack, but apparently that does not bother Elizabeth at all because of her healing abilities. And of course, Elizabeth heals her older brother to stop the fight, and of course they end up winning. And Elizabeth explains that these 2 assassins are from a kingdom that was once allied with Leonis, but apparently gets destroyed because 2 holy knights one-sidedly decides to destroy the kingdom, which is really messed up. Aside from that, Elaine asks Elizabeth, are you sure it's okay to heal them? And Elizabeth is like, yeah, I couldn't let them die, you know? And we see to it that these 2 were dismissed after being defeated by Elaine and Elizabeth. While there's a match with Bond and Meliodas going up against the Blue Demons, they apparently were arguing whose girlfriend is better. Bond says Elaine is much better than Elizabeth, while Meliodas explains to Bond that Elizabeth is much better than Elaine. And eventually, when they trade blows, apparently, Bond, on the other hand, does not realize he killed the skinny blue demon, while Meliodas kicks Bond in the face for saying something insulting to a point where he kicked Bond to the big blue demon who was charging at them, and he gets killed. So they passed their first round, which apparently was really funny, etc. As for the other contestants that we're seeing their fight in is King and Deanne. It looks like Deanne is struggling a bit, while King himself, it's real funny because Deanne thinks King is just a weakling human by putting him into her boobs. I'm thinking in my mind, oh my gosh, King just got the best spot in the entire season, but he can't handle the heat because he's bleeding so hard. You know? And of course, when it comes to Deanne trying to block the attacks or something, we have to it that King wants to talk to Deanne about something and has a confession to make, but he's unable to like focus right now since he's having to fight against like the representatives of Gluckshinia and Droll. But the representative that Gluckshinia placed in is actually familiar to King, and we all know that gives a hint of what's to come because it's very, very, very important. And eventually, when Droll and Gluckshinia decide to increase the power of the representatives, which they decide to get a little serious, King decides to activate his true Chastaful and gets ready to fight seriously too to protect Dianon himself and move on. Preview of the next episode is gonna be really slick. Look forward to that, and we're getting near to a certain event that's gonna like cause a lot of people to go like, "Oh my gosh," kind of thing. So until then, I will see you guys in my next video. So I'm off for Zero people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.